Hey guys, it's Phoenix. I wanted to share with you guys a pretty neat trick regarding 1.13.1, more specifically with regards to sethome and chunk loading tricks in Minecraft. There's always been a lot of tricks out there on the internet regarding how to load chunks remotely, but with the new force load chunks command, which is /force load, it's actually quite easy now, although the only problem here is that you can't actually use this in conjunction with command blocks and functions. So there's actually a pretty easy way to load chunks now remotely in-game. Now there is some credit that I need to give to Lior Haddad, who actually began this idea. I would not have known about this without his help. First of all, I want to share with you what I've done here on my server. I'm right now recording on my server. And we have no plugins on this server. It's 100% vanilla. So this is the player menu where they can use commands. They can use /spawn, sethome, home. But it's really sethome and home, which I want to, share with you today. So I'm going to set home here. So this is my current position. You can see that right here. You can look at the horses there and the houses. So what I'm going to do now is go to spawn, which means now those chunks are not loaded. So how am I going to get back to there? What I'm going to do is summon an armor stand at that location, which is actually going to load that chunk. It's kind of crazy, but that's what happens. It loads for a single tick, which allows me to bring the player to that armor stand, which is pretty cool. So right here, /home, move to your sethome. And I've teleported right to the armor stand. So what happens here is the armor stand is summoned at that location, or it's teleported with data merging, and then that chunk is going to load for a split second, which allows the player to teleport to the armor stand. Very cool stuff. I can do this anywhere I want. And now I've already demonstrated it to you. I'm going to do it one more time. Let's go to this arrow here, which is kind of funny, and let's do /sethome right here. And then let's go back to spawn. So the chunks will unload. There's no /force load here because they don't work with functions. All right, now let's go to /home. And the player teleports right to the arrow, which is amazing. This is a little trick that I would not have known about. Hopefully you guys now use it to your advantage. There are no plugins on this server. It's just so much easier now. It's kind of hard, but I prefer vanilla anyway, but it's kind of hard right now to wait for plugins to update. So you can make them yourself with some pretty cool tricks with commands, although obviously there are some limitations which can never be replaced unless you use plugins. So let me share with you what the function actually looks like. So this is the sethome function. So the player has to be in the overworld. That's the limitation we have on the server, just to make it, kind of fair. You can't teleport everywhere in vanilla. You can only use this in the Dimension 0, which is overworld. So it's going to set your position to your scoreboard. So after that's done, it's going to summon an armor stand if you use /home. It's going to bring that armor stand to that location using the execute store result. So pos 0, and then grabbing the same scoreboard values. And then it's going to teleport the player to that armor stand, then kill the armor stands. Very straightforward stuff, although this would not be possible if those chunks did not stay loaded. Now that they do, you can use /home, /sethome quite easily, and just to be careful, obviously, the player actually needs to be given some resistance just to make sure that they don't die if they're suffocating in a block. Just to be careful there, you can never dismiss that issue. So, works with all these players online. All they need to do is give themselves this little trick here, give themselves a weakness effect, which is easily done with a potion. So all they need to do is click on this to set their home, which is going to run the functions, and then /home is going to run the other set of functions, which brings the player back to that armor stand. So hopefully this little trick helped you guys out in any way possible if you guys are running a server. Of course, this is sponsored by Shockbyte. Server hosting, the discount code is in the description if you guys are willing to start your own server. Best time to do it is right now, 1.13. We've got news on 1.14 coming out in a couple of weeks once they do that Minecon Earth thingamajig. But that being said, I just don't see the need for plugins right now unless I want to customize gameplay in a large way. Leave a like, subscribe for more creative content. Take care.